Now, Latino voters are playing a crucial role in today's primary election, specifically in Texas. According to a 2025 estimate from the U.S. Census Bureau, roughly 40% of the Lone Star State's population identifies as Hispanic. President Trump's gains with these voters were critical to his return to the White House. He saw a jump of 14 points of support from that group in 2024 compared to 2020. Clarissa Martínez De Castro joins us now to discuss this. She is the vice president of the Latino Vote Initiative at UnidosUS. Good morning, Clarissa, and thanks for being with us. You've got access to data that our viewers don't have. I know this is $1 million question, but give us the scoop. Do Latino voters really support the president as much as they did in 2024?
No, they don't. One thing for sure is that what really motivated Hispanics in the last election was the same thing that motivated them in the previous one. Economic discontent helped Biden beat Trump, and it helped Trump beat Biden and Harris. And right now, the president and his party own the economy. And in Texas, Hispanic primary voters, 40% of them say that they're worse off than they were a year ago. 40% say they've seen no difference. And so I think that's a big alarm bell for Republicans, certainly in Texas, but I think those are probably the things that they're going to have to answer for in many other states and as primaries heat up.
So economically, Hispanic voters there don't feel as if their vote made a positive change in their life if they supported President Trump. And I want to ask you about the immigration crackdown, because CBS News polling shows 59% of Americans believe Hispanic people are just in general more prone to searches, subject to more searches than others. How has the immigration crackdown been playing with Latino voters in Texas?
As a matter of fact, in Texas, where, as you said, there was an increase of support, we can see that only 14% of Latino voters in Texas support the current approach of the administration to immigration. 1/3 believes that what's happening, it's putting citizens at risk. And another third believes that ICE is out of control and needs to be reined in. As a matter of fact, when we ask voters, what is the single issue driving you to cast a vote in this primary season? The top two were cost of living and jobs, not surprisingly, but the next two were actually related to immigration, misconduct by ICE and border security.
And so just in our last few seconds, what is your prediction from the Latino, the Hispanic impact on elections this year? Will it make a difference?
I think they are going to make a difference, just like they did in the last election. So here's the number to remember, 53. Even as an important election as Texas primaries are, 53% of Hispanic primary voters say they didn't hear from any candidate, any campaign, or anyone. So voters are actually turning themselves out in great part because we are seeing that participation levels are up. And this, again, is coming from Hispanic primary voters who already cast a ballot or who are 100% sure they're going to be doing that today.
Clarissa Martínez De Castro ending your report with us on cue with a little musical tone there. I learn something every time we chat. Thank you so much for coming to our DC bureau and joining our show this morning.
Thank you.